Hello and welcome to AccommoTrack. Now, before we dive in, I just want to say thank you very much for purchasing AccommoTrack. I know how busy teachers are because I am a teacher, and I know that choosing a new tool is always a big decision. But I want to let you know you just didn't buy some software. You've invested in clarity, consistency, and a peace of mind that you probably have never known before when it comes to tracking and documenting the accommodation use of your students. Now, AccommoTrack is designed to save you time, it's designed to reduce your stress, and it's designed to help you support the students, your students, the way that you've always wanted to and that you've found so difficult to do. I truly believe that AccommoTrack is going to change the way you manage accommodations, and it's really going to revolutionize how you handle your classroom environment. So thank you very much again, and without further ado, let's get AccommoTrack up and rolling. Now, when you first click the button on the link, you're going to get a screen that looks like this. You've probably seen this before. This is just a way that Google has of making copies of any of their products. And so what we're going to do is make a copy of the sheet, because really it's important to understand that what you're purchasing here, what you're going to use, is not access to the AccommoTrack system. It's your own copy of the AccommoTrack system, which means that I have no access to your data, to your information, to any of those things. And I did that on purpose. I did that so that we can make sure that we are always compliant with FERPA and that we always keep security and student data privacy at top of mind. So that being said, we'll go ahead and click Make a Copy. It's going to take a second depending on how your browser works. And when it gets done, it's just going to have this screen here that's going to say, click anywhere to begin. So we're going to kind of do as it says and click anywhere to begin. And now here's where the kind of confusing, somewhat little bit scary part comes. So I'll explain a little bit as I go along of why it's not really that confusing and definitely shouldn't be scary for you to do. Now the first little pop-up says a script attached to this document needs your permission to run. Anytime there's a script attached to a Google document of any kind, it's going to require your authorization. Even if you wrote the script, it doesn't really matter where the script came from. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. And then we're going to get this familiar button here, and we want to just make sure we select the correct email. So you're probably going to select your school email. Then we get to the panel that looks a little bit scary. It says Google hasn't verified this app. This app is requesting access to sensitive info in your Google account until the developer, and then it's probably going to have your email here, verifies this app with Google. You shouldn't use it. Now, what's important is that your email is here and not mine. And what that means is that the developer in the mind of Google is you. And that's important because what they're trying to say is that some crazy developer that you have no idea who that person is may be getting access to your computer and all the things on your computer. And so whoever's email is on here is the one that's requesting access. So if it's your email, well, you're the one requesting access to your own stuff. But Google will give you this warning regardless if it's yours or somebody else's. But it is an important warning. Like, don't go to some web page or have some email sent to you and you have no idea who made it or what it's for, and you think it's a cool thing and you click it. That's where you can get into trouble. But this is not that. This is something I'm easy to track down. I'm easy to find. This is a tool that's going to benefit you, and the best way to deliver this tool is this way. But rest assured, because your email is the one that's here, you're the one that is sharing data with yourself or accessing the data of yourself. So we're going to go ahead and click on Advanced. And the next screen is very similar to the prior screen. It's just one final warning in case, again, if you got some email from a buddy and you're just going to be willy-nilly and click it, don't do that. But in this case, because you are considered the developer, so any sharing of data is with you, you're going to go ahead and authorize this. And so what you're going to click on is the bottom here where it says go to AccommoTrack Pro X unsafe. It's actually not unsafe. It's only unsafe if you have no idea where it came from. So we're going to go ahead and click that. Then we're going to get to some screens that we're much more familiar with. So the first one here basically says Google will allow AccommoTrack Pro X to access info about you and particularly your email address because that's how it knows you're logged into Google. So we'll click continue. And the next screen here, we do have to click a box. We have to click Select All. And what this is saying is that the person here, again, it's probably your email, the person here is requesting access to your Google Sheets because they can see, edit, and create them. Well, that's you requesting access to your own stuff. And it also says that same person can display and run third-party web content. And what that means, that's like a pop-up. So there is a pop-up that actually houses the AccommoTrack platform. It's just like an HTML thing. And so that's all that is. It's actually not sending any data anywhere. It's just a pop-up. So once you've clicked Select All, you go down to the bottom, click on Continue. The screen's going to go like this for a minute, and then the Begin screen is going to occur. There we go. And we're very, very close to getting all of this completely done. So the final part we've got to do is go ahead and click on Activate Accommodation License. And if you want, you can watch the video of how to add your students. That's also on my YouTube channel as well. That way you can access it at any time. It's about a 2-minute process to add all of your students. But we're going to scroll past that and go down here to where we're going to enter our information. So I'll do our first name, our last name, the email address that you're going to be using. There we go. And then the site URL. And this is the only part that may confuse some people. I actually tried to make this really easy. All you have to do is go to the very top of your screen and click on the entire URL and do Control-C and just paste that down inside of here. And I'm going to go ahead and click Submit. And then when I do that, it's going to think for a second. It's going to do its evaluation. It's going to make sure that it sets your key so that you can access this system at all the time that you want to access it. And then now we're good. We're activated. And if you don't want to watch that video, you click Don't Show This to Me Again. If you do want to watch the video, next time you open this, that video should pop up for you as well. But again, all the videos are on the YouTube channel anyways. So we've got this all done. I can go ahead and close this, and then I can start using AccommoTrack. Let's go ahead and close it. And now let's start using it. And I went ahead and turned the video off, so I'm going to click Anywhere to Begin. And when I do that, I'm going to get the AccommoTrack animation. This means everything's going to be working just fine. And so when it loads up, here we go. It's going to give me this little indicator. This happens every day. Basically, shall we start a new day? You're going to hit yes because you're starting a brand new day. There we go. And your screen is blank. And I'm going to end this video right here. The next step, though, is going over to Setup right here and adding all your students. And again, there's a video for that. It literally only takes about 2 minutes. Then you're well on your way to getting things done. From this point, you're about 25 or 30 minutes away from actually using AccommoTrack in the classroom with your students. So if you have any questions, drop me an email, send me a comment on one of the videos. I am happy to help. I am here to help. And again, I really appreciate you buying the AccommoTrack system and servicing your students the way they deserve to be serviced.